The movie Achalugo the Pretty One. As the movie begins, a young lady by the name Omolicha is seen walking towards her hut, soliloquizing. She talks about her intent to seduce any man she comes across and to ensure that he's left stranded and helpless afterwards. She continues muttering to herself as she walks off. In the next scene, another lady, Adati, holds on to her lover Gidiofar as he tells her tales of his love for her. Meanwhile, Omolicha stands at a distance and watches them in disgust. After a few minutes, Adati leads her lover back to his hut, while Omolicha walks towards the spot under the tree they had previously occupied. She leans against the tree and fantasizes about being Gidiofar's lover and imagines how perfect her life would be with him. On their way to Gidiofar's hut, Adati's sister Uloma runs into them. She takes a long hard look at them and grudgingly storms off. Gidiofar is taken aback by her attitude and asks Adati the reason for this. Adati quickly reassures Gidiofar that her sister was only trying to protect her from getting hurt by him. Gidiofar in turn tells Adati that he would never hurt her. In another scene, Uloma walks angrily into Gidiofar's home and asks to speak with her sister. After so much hesitation, Adati agrees to speak with her. They walk away from Gidiofar and an argument ensues between them. Uloma tells her sister to quit seeing Gidiofar or make him visit their parents to pay her bride price. Adati is upset by this and angrily tells her sister to stay away from her relationship with Gidiofar. In the scene that follows, Gidiofar is seen in a shrine, asking the priestess to help tell his fate with Adati. The priestess goes on to speak in parables, which leaves Gidiofar more confused than he had been when he first arrived. On his way home, he meets a young damsel, Iwara, who so happens to be Omolicha's friend. She immediately takes a liking to him and begins a conversation with him. They flirt for a while and move on. Iwara excitedly returns home to tell her friend Omolicha about Gidiofar, but she could only give a vague description of him, as she knew little to nothing about him. Omolicha teases her for lack of knowledge and calls her unfortunate. In the scenes that follow, Gidiofar is seen in his home, pondering about his visit to the priestess and the proverbs and riddles she had said to him. Soon his friend Abadike walks over to him and invites him to attend a village meeting. Before leaving, Gidiofar relates the conversation he had with the priestess to Abadike and asks him to help decipher. Abadike gives him an unsatisfactory response, which causes him to ponder some more. Abadike returns later to Gidiofar's house to tell him of the bad dream he had concerning him. Gidiofar shrugs this off and walks away from Abadike angrily. As he walks on, Iwara excitedly approaches him and tries to flirt again, but he turns her down and walks off. Iwara is upset by his attitude and response, which causes her to groan and mutter angry words at him. Gidiofar returns to the priestess's shrine to seek clarity, but this is futile because she only tells him more proverbs and riddles. Exhausted, Gidiofar continues on his way home but is distracted by Omolicha. She flirts unabashedly with him and he flirts a little and then tells her off and walks away. Omolicha is angered by this too and vows to deal with him soon. In the next scenes, Omolicha and her friend Iwara fight against each other to win Gidiofar's love and attention, even after he makes it obvious to them that he isn't interested. Soon, Omolicha succeeds in getting Gidiofar to like her and this makes Iwara very upset. Gidiofar spends a few days with Omolicha in her village and this makes Adati very worried. She is seen wailing helplessly in fear that her lover would never return home. After a while, Gidiofar returns home but is no longer interested in Adati. When Adati visits him, he gives her a very cold reply and shows no remorse toward her when she gets hurt. Instead, he speaks to his friend Abadike about his newfound affection for Omolicha and begs him to visit Omolicha's village to have her bride price paid. Abadike is upset about this information and reminds him of his love for Adati. Gidiofar replies arrogantly about how he no longer fancied Adati. Abadike turns down his request to escort him to Omolicha's home. This does not deter Gidiofar as he goes ahead to pay Omolicha's bride price. Afterwards, Gidiofar visits a different shrine to seek the fate of his and Omolicha's marriage. The chief priest warns him of impending danger if he goes on with the marriage, as it would result in his death. Gidiofar ignores this soothsayer and looks for answers from another chief priest. The prophecies are similar, but once again, this doesn't stop Gidiofar from getting married to Omolicha. While Adati wallowed in pain over their failed relationship. As expected, his marriage to Omolicha was just as horrible as the soothsayers had predicted. Omolicha had other lovers and never failed to bring them to Gidiofar's home whenever he was away. In the last scenes, Gidiofar returns home to find Omolicha with one of her lovers. A fight ensues between them and Gidiofar is stabbed in the neck. Omolicha runs off with her lover, leaving Gidiofar in a pool of blood. Fortunately, Adati walks into his compound and raises an alarm. Gidiofar is recused and survives the injury. He reconciled with Adati and promises to not hurt her again. After a while, Omolicha gets into a fight with her lover and returns to Gidiofar's home. He accepts her again, only to find out about her pregnancy with another man. Gidiofar is devastated by this and turns to Adati again. Once more, Omolicha returns to Gidiofar's home, expecting to be accepted, but this time, he tells her to leave for good and then goes on to marry his first love, Adati. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification button so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.